Good evening, everyone. I'm Stephanie Dixon. During this last week of competition, we have seen some magical moments that have been the result of countless hours of training, dedication, courage, and raw emotion. These incredible athletes take themselves to the absolute limit of what a person is capable of day after day. These are elite athletes against all odds. Each athlete has to overcome adversity on a daily basis, but nothing can hold them back. They have come here to compete. They are here to win. Tonight, Valerie Grand-Maison will be aiming to collect her third gold medal of the competition. Stay tuned for the conclusion of the IPC Swimming World Championships.
Good evening once again. My name is Nick Gillingham. It's my absolute pleasure to bring you the IPC Swimming World Championships 2013 here in Montreal. We're going live tonight for every single final. It is the last night, I'm afraid to say. We've had 7 days of fantastic racing, medals galore spread across so many nations here at the Parc Jean Drapeau Aquatic Complex. And as ever, once again, I'm joined by the ever knowledgeable Paul Noble. Good evening, Paul.
Hi, Nick. Yeah, a lot to look forward to here. The finalists for the women's 200 metres individual medley SM7. 2 Canadians go in this one in 5 and 6. Almeida from Brazil goes in lane 2. Courtney Jordan, can she add to her gold medal tally from lane 3? Nikita Howarth, the young New Zealander. Next to the 2 Canadians, Brianna Nelson, already a champion here in Montreal, and Sarah Mahan. They go in 5 and 6 for the home nation. Arianna Talamona from Italy goes in 7, and the second Hungarian, obscured by the flags there, Dorothea Baka, goes in lane 8. But it means it's going to be a very exciting final here. Nikita Howarth, fastest time through to this final. Brianna Nelson and Sarah Mahan, the 2 Canadians. And of course the very successful Courtney Jordan from the USA in lane number 3. Should be a good battle, this one, and a good start from the butterfly champion Brianna Nelson. She is the early leader ahead of Nikita Howarth and Sarah Mahan.
If anybody's going to upset the apple cart, then Brianna Nelson of Canada is going to do just that in lane number 5. Howarth is the favourite, but only 3 seconds clear on paper, or very slightly less than that. Howarth is leading at the moment for New Zealand in lane number 4 as we approach the end of this first length, the butterfly. Let's watch out for the split, 36.98 for Nelson. Howarth, Meehan, so Canada first and third at the moment.
Well, can Nikita Howarth from New Zealand pull back on the Canadian swimmer? Brianna Nelson having a look across there, she's in the lead. And she is really powering through on this backstroke, really trying to get the turnover going. She has a disability down one side of her body there, not really getting the catch at all from her right arm. It's all left arm power mostly for Brianna Nelson. And Nikita Howarth, well, she has limb disabilities too. You see her, she doesn't have full arms. Either of her arms are not fully functional, but it is Brianna Nelson at the halfway stage, 124.52. Nikita Howarth 4 seconds behind. Courtney Jordan coming into the picture ominously. Courtney Jordan, the freestyle specialist. Brianna Nelson looking round there, and she will see Nikita Howarth making inroads into the lead of the Canadians.
Yes, Nelson really looking strongly to her right-hand side, doesn't really favour the breaststroke, and that's where the lead can really change. Howarth coming through now on the breaststroke as we suspected. My goodness, this is turning into a real battle. Nelson did so very well, but Howarth now into the lead for the very first time at this breaststroke length. It's a third length, a very specialised length, a very specialised stroke where the race happens, but the stroke has to happen. And the stroke for Nikita Howarth in this breaststroke length has really worked well for her now. 3 metres clear of Nelson of Canada. Nelson in second. Howarth is still leading.
Well, Brianna Nelson, what can she do? Can she pull back against Nikita Howarth? Brianna Nelson coming back very, very strongly. This race is not over yet. Courtney Jordan has got a lot to make up in 3rd position, but Brianna Nelson for the home nation of Canada is closing with every stroke. Nikita Howarth stretching for home, gasping for breath. Brianna Nelson Nelson coming through now, coming level with the New Zealand swimmer as they come into the last 5. It looks like Howarth is just about going to have enough. What a fight down that last leg. Howarth takes it by 0.3 of a second ahead of Brianna Nelson. Courtney Jordan coming through for 3rd position ahead of Sarah Mahan. But Nikita Howarth, she hung on grimly towards the end. And Brianna Nelson, it was almost gold again for the home swimmer, but she was just 0.3 of a second short of the time posted by Howarth.
Brianna, a 2nd place finish. That was one of the closest races we've seen here this week. Can you walk us through your race a little bit?
Well, I dive in, and it's nerve-wracking, right? Because I'm chasing again, right? And I really want to win. So I'm like, I've calculated kind of where I am in the race and like where I can beat my competitors and where I can't. And so I figure in the fly, I should probably try and come out first. So I like go out and fly. And then in the backstroke, you know, if you tilt your head just so, you can look back at the next guy. So I'm looking back and I'm kind of spinning my arm and I'm just, you know, keeping an eye, and I'm staying a little bit ahead, not too far ahead, but, you know, a little bit ahead. I'm kind of concerned because, you know, she's catching up. And then I touch the wall, and breaststroke is not really my thing. But, you know, I figure, you know, you bomb it on the breaststroke, you're not going to get the rest of the way, right? So I have to, like, keep up a stroke. And I'm kind of, you know, I'm looking over. I actually tilt my head, which is not good. I mean, I realize that, but it had to be done because, you know, I was so terrified. So I'm looking over and she's catching up and I'm no. And then, you know, she out touches me at the wall. And I figure, you know, this is my last 50. I got to give her. So I put my head down and I go and I touch the wall and I look back and the results were the results.
Good job, Brianna. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Are going to fight for those top podium spots?
3 days, 5 days, whatever.
Start again.
I hear you can sound exactly like a dolphin. Ah. We're here with Xavier Gonzalez, the CEO of the International Paralympic Committee. Xavier, this is the highest level of para competition we've ever had here in Canada. Can you tell us a little bit about how we've done with the competition?
Oh, you have done very, very well. I think we have had a very tight competition, a lot of new athletes, and this is great. We have already 38 world records broken, and very important, 35 nations of the 53 winning medals. That means that the competition and the depth of the Paralympic movement worldwide is growing.
In London, the Paralympics last year, we saw Paralympics like we've never seen before. They brought Paralympics to a whole new level by making it mainstream sport. Can you tell us what this means for the future of the Paralympics?
Well, it means that we need to repeat that. And I'm sure that we will do it in Rio, but we really need to continue bringing to the world Paralympic sport. And for that, it's very important that we reach more television, we continue increasing the audiences globally, we make more people aware what Paralympic sport is all about, and Rio and the next one, 2020, whatever city it is going to create that opportunities.
Xavier, we have the Winter Paralympics in Sochi coming up, and after that, the Para-Pan Am Games in Toronto 2015. Can you give us a bit of your vision for the next couple years of parasport?
Well, it's going to be extremely busy. We have not only these two events, many other World Championships and European Championships, but we look to Sochi with a big hope that to organize very good event. The Winter Games are much smaller than the summer, but I think in Russia we will reach also similar levels that we got in London in terms of the performance of the athletes. And of course, Toronto is going to be a very important event for us in this region. It's only a few months, a year before the Games in Rio, and it's going to create us a great opportunity to see a lot of the athletes of the Americas region competing. It will be the largest Parapan ever that we have had, and we are really excited to working with the organizing committee as they have great ideas on how to help us to further grow the movement in this region.
Thank you so much, Xavier.
Now we move on. The next race is the 50 meters freestyle S10.
Jablonska goes in lane number 1 for Poland. A small team from Poland, 5 swimmers swimming very well here at these championships. Molenkamp in lane 2, well, she's from the Netherlands, we know that. Ryabova goes in 3 from the Russian Federation. Nina Ryabova, 29.01. It's a good qualification time. But that lady right there, Sophie Pascoe of New Zealand, a champion, a world record holder, 20.008. What can Elodie Lorandi do in 5 for France? Well, we'll know in just a moment. Rivard for Canada in 6, Downey in 7 for Australia. Oosterus completes the lineup in lane number 8. There she is for the Netherlands.
Who is going to claim the gold here? The women's 50 freestyle S10 is underway, and a good start there from Chantal Molenkamp in lane number 2. Excellent start from the Netherlands swimmer, but Sophie Pascoe up and away in lane number 4 there. Very fast start also from Nina Ryabova from Russia, but Sophie Pascoe now coming through, and Lorandi coming through strongly at the end here. But Sophie Pascoe, it is going to be lane 4 from New Zealand. Let's have a look at the clock. It's under the 28-second mark. A new world record for Sophie Pascoe of New Zealand, and she has done it again. Sophie Pascoe is the champion.
Aurélie, your 5th medal of the Games. We've seen you now with 2 silver, 2 bronze. We're now adding another bronze to the collection. How did you get this amazing performance out of you on the last day of competition?
I don't know. Actually, I wasn't feeling very good. I was tired, but I wanted the medal so bad. So I just raced. I gave my everything, and at the end, it's worth it.
Were you feeling your lungs burning? I saw you take a couple of breaths at the end of the race. How were you feeling?
Yes, I was like, I couldn't breathe anymore because I had like 10 meters without breathing. So at the end, it was hurting here. So, but I have my medal, so it's okay.
And Aurélie, now that we're at the end of this amazing competition here in Montreal, are you going to take some time to reflect back, take a break, and then refocus and get back at it?
Oh yes, tomorrow I start school. It's the first day, and I have off swimming for a month at least, and then I come back in the pool in October for a training camp with the Team Canada.
All the best of luck, Aurélie. Congratulations.
So here we have the next final. Romy Panzers in lane number 1 for the Netherlands. Morgan Bird in 2 for Canada. Vladikinar in 3 for the Russian Federation. Madison Elliott, she goes in 4 for Australia. Zhang in 5 for China. Istomina, she goes in lane number 6. Istomina's a big name from the Ukraine. There she is. And this lady right there, Amelia Winter, completes the lineup in lane 7 for Denmark. Elliott, she's the world record holder.
Madison Elliott has to be the favourite for this one. Sensational 100 freestyle swim yesterday to beat the great Jessica Long. Vladikinar with 2 good legs, getting a great start. The Russian swimmer with a pink cap. But Madison Elliott looks supreme here. The Australian swimmer on great form at these championships. Vladikinar fighting now for 2nd place with Zhang and Istomina. But there's no doubt about the winner. Let's watch the clock. It's just outside the world record time, but Madison Elliott takes the gold medal. The silver goes to Canada to the delight of the home crowd. Morgan Bird in 2nd position, and Istomina takes the bronze medal.
Morgan, we've seen you many times in the finals here this week. We saw you win a bronze medal in the relay. This is your first individual medal of the Games. How did you get it out of yourself?
I wasn't really expecting anything. I just went in the race with just my goal in mind and just swim it and do my own race, and I guess it worked. So
Now, you said you went in there to do your own goal. What was that?
Well, in warm-up, I had a goal to start. I did a couple dive 25s, and I started just the first 4 strokes had to be all out blazing fast, and I just kept that stroke up for the rest of the race and just went with it. So I'm really happy with that.
Morgan, this medal has turned you from a chaser into the person being chased. How does that make you feel?
Really good. I'm actually really happy with all of my races, and this just, I wasn't expecting it, and it just is a cherry on top of the cake, so it feels really good.
Congratulations, Morgan. I'm Stephanie Dixon. Good night. And that's it for the night.
Now we have the men's 200 metres individual medley SM14. Well, watch out for Mark Evers. Here's the lineup, the Canadian. Russelli goes in lane number 1. Ben Proctor goes in lane number 2 for Great Britain. Sviderson goes in 3 for Iceland. Mark Evers, a world record holder, a Paralympic champion. He loves the individual medley. Zung in 5 for Korea. Jack Thomas in 6 for Great Britain. Daniel Pepper in 7 for Great Britain. And another Canadian, Adam Reher in lane number 8 to complete the lineup. But Mark Evers, 5.5 seconds clear of his nearest rival, Zung in lane number 5. Evers swimming 2:14.97. And I was standing high in the gantry looking down on his performance this morning. He was not flat out, and I really think the world record could go this evening.
The men's 200 metres individual medley SM14. It's one of these events just been reintroduced to the World Championship programme. Not a Paralympic event last year in London. There was only 3 events for the S14 class. It's a brand new one here at these World Championships. Who is going to be the first world champion in this event? I can't see past Mark Evers, but at the moment, going well is up there, Ben Proctor in lane number 2 for Great Britain, and Dan Pepper, I thought it was actually, but it was his teammate, Ben Proctor, who are leading them into the butterfly leg. Evers handily placed between the 2 Great Britain swimmers, but really doing well on the backstroke leg.
There, turning for home is Mark Evers of the Netherlands. Can he break the world record now? He digs in down the final length.
Well, he's got 5 seconds on Dan Pepper. Great swim from Dan Pepper from Great Britain there to get him into second position there. And he's trying to hang on in the freestyle leg, but there is no way on earth he's going to catch this man, Mark Evers. Dan Pepper digging in really hard there. He's hanging on against Jungmook Jung from Korea, but the winner is Mark Evers, 2:12.37. The silver is going to go to Dan Pepper of Great Britain, and the bronze also to Great Britain, Ben Proctor, with an excellent swim there, 2:18.43.
Adam, an 8th place finish in your race tonight, but it's the first time we've seen you in a final here this week. How much did that mean to you to be in that final?
Well, it meant a lot to me there. I know I didn't go first and all that, but all I did is I done my very best. That's what counts. And of course, for the IM, that was one heck of a time.
Adam, you've been competing for many years, and I know that Team Canada looks up to you as a leader and a role model. How have you developed in that role?
Well, it gave me a strong encouragement, get along with my new and old friends at the time there, but I truly believe with their help, I'm pretty sure we can move forward to a new future and a good swim meet. I believe that.
Adam, what advice do you have for new up-and-coming swimmers that are hoping to make it here to the world stage?
All right. To all swimmers out there, no matter what people tell you, in all sports, it doesn't matter about winning or losing. It's try your best and have fun, and you'll never be disappointed. Remember that. That means a lot.
Thank you so much, Adam. You are a true inspiration. Congratulations.
Start list for the women's 100 freestyle S13. Tegan van Roosmalen goes in 1 for Australia. Elena Kravtsov for Germany in 2. Anna Kuvshina, what a backstroke she had yesterday in 3. Valerie Grandmaison, can it be another gold for Canada at these championships? The world record holder in 4. Rebecca Ann Myers for the USA, she will challenge the Canadian swimmer. Irina Balsheva from Ukraine in 6. Martha Rutter from the USA in 7. And Ria Schmidt, the second Canadian, goes in lane number 8. The final of the women's 100 freestyle in the S13 class is underway.
And this is the very last individual final here in Montreal. There are 2 relays to come after this. Let's watch the individuals battle across the pool. Valerie Grandmaison in lane 4 for Canada. Well, can she take gold again? She's very well placed at the moment. She's always strong in the finish, and she's strong at the front and in the lead at the moment. She approaches the one and only turn. Valerie Grandmaison, 29.61. She's over, and she's coming home for Canada, and she's pulling away from the field as she cruises towards gold.
There's no one can catch Valerie Grandmaison. It's going to be an excellent performance from the Canadian. Rebecca Ann Myers trying to get back on terms for the USA, but it's too late. The Canadians are going to have another gold medal at their home World Championships here in Montreal. Gold to Valerie Grandmaison, 1:40. Silver to Rebecca Ann Myers from the USA. Bronze to Anna Krivshina from Russia. And it's gold for Valerie Grandmaison again. She made no mistake.
Valerie, you just captured your 3rd gold of these World Championships here in Canada. How magical is this for you?
That race, I wanted to swim it for myself. I have a lot of people here in the stand for me tonight. It was so special to have it at home. I wanted to enjoy the crowd. On the last 50, I could hear it. I really enjoyed the entire process. I had such a good day, such a good week. I swam really well this week, even though I didn't start out as I wanted. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of the year I've had after the games. It's been a tough one, but I ended on top, and that's really important.
Val, you said it's been a tough year, and sometimes for our viewers at home, it just looks like it's a steady climb up to get to this world-level gold medal performance. Can you tell us a little bit about the ups and downs that it takes to get to this point?
Lots of setbacks for sure. The goal to success is not A to B. There's a lot of self-doubts. I've had to deal with really serious injuries in my shoulder. And also there's life, right? Outside of swimming, a lot of setbacks in there too. And you have to become so strong mentally, and you have to do it with your heart. Because if it wasn't for the passion, the love that I have for this sport, I wouldn't be in the water anymore. And tonight I won this gold for myself, for my people, and I won it with my heart. It's been a year.
Val, we hope to see a lot more of you. Congratulations. The performances we've seen over the last week cannot but inspire our nation. Montreal's marked history, being the most competitive para-swimming championships we've ever seen. I'm Stephanie Dixon, and it's been a pleasure to host you through these IPC Swimming World Championships. Good night.